Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're taking a trip back in time. Not too far, just to 2007. A time of flip phones, the very first iPhone, and a world where binge-watching wasn't really a thing. But one company was about to change all that, forever altering how we consume movies and TV shows. Of course, I'm talking about Netflix. Now, most of us remember Netflix back then as that company with the red envelopes. You'd go online, pick a few movies, and a few days later, a DVD would magically appear in your mailbox. It was a pretty cool system. A huge upgrade from trekking to the video store only to find the new release you wanted was already rented out. The co-founder and CEO, Reed Hastings, had already disrupted the massive video rental industry. But he knew the future wasn't in physical media. The future was digital. The future was instant. For years, behind the scenes, Netflix had been working on a secret project, codenamed Project Griffin. The goal was ambitious, almost crazy for the time. To stream movies directly over the internet. Remember, this was 2007. Internet speeds were a fraction of what they are today. Most people were still on DSL, and the idea of streaming a full-length movie without it buffering into oblivion seemed like science fiction. Many people inside and outside the company were skeptical. They had a successful, profitable business with DVD rentals. Why risk it all on this unproven, expensive new technology? But Hastings had a vision. He saw that the internet was getting faster every year, and that sending plastic discs through the mail was eventually going to become obsolete. He famously compared it to the transition from horse-drawn carriages to automobiles. You couldn't just breed a faster horse. You had to invent a whole new mode of transportation. Streaming was Netflix's automobile. So, on a cold January day in 2007, they flipped the switch. Initially, the feature was called Watch Now. It was launched with a relatively small library of about 1,000 titles, a tiny fraction of the 70,000 DVDs they had available for rent, and it wasn't a separate subscription. It was offered as a free bonus to their existing DVD buy mail subscribers. The number of hours you could stream per month was tied to your subscription plan. For example, if you were on the $17.99 plan, you got 18 hours of streaming. It was a cautious, careful rollout. The quality wasn't what we're used to today either. It was standard definition, and it required a Windows PC and Internet Explorer. No Macs, no game consoles, no TVs. It was a far cry from the seamless experience we have now. But despite the limitations, it was revolutionary. For the first time, you could click a button, and a movie would just start. No waiting for the mail, no late fees, no scratched discs. It was pure, on-demand magic. The initial reaction was mixed. Some tech journalists saw the potential, calling it a glimpse into the future of entertainment. But many customers were confused. They were happy with their DVDs, and didn't see the point of watching a lower quality movie on their computer screen. But Hastings and his team were patient. They knew this was just the first step. Over the next few years, they poured resources into improving the service. They expanded the library, improved the streaming quality, and, crucially, started making deals to bring Netflix to other devices. First came the Roku box in 2008, a device built almost specifically for Netflix. Then came game consoles like the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, followed by smart TVs, and eventually smartphones and tablets. They also made the pivotal decision to uncouple streaming from the DVD plans, offering a streaming-only subscription. This was the real turning point. That one decision in 2007 to launch a limited, imperfect streaming service set Netflix on a path to global domination. It transformed them from a DVD mail-order company into a global entertainment powerhouse, a production studio, and a cultural phenomenon. It changed not just how we watch, but what we watch, paving the way for the golden age of television we're living in now. All because one leader had the foresight to see that the future wasn't about faster horses. It was about building a whole new car. What was the first thing you remember streaming on Netflix? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear your stories. Thanks so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this little trip down memory lane, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the stories that shaped our world. I'll see you in the next one.